Video games, a pastime that everybody has done. In fact, 67% of households in America have at least one game console in their house. Now, who here has ever played a video game? Maybe played one on their tablet or iPhone? Well, if you said, I never have, then you're wrong. In school, you may use technology such as clickers or smartboards to enhance with learning. Even doctors who have played video games usually work better during the surgery room. So if you haven't played a video game or console, you may want to get on that. I'm not saying immediately, but video games is something that everyone can have fun doing. And as well as having fun, video games also enhance the mind. Now you're probably telling yourself, but I thought my mom said video games would rot my brain. Well, I'm sorry to say, but your mommy is wrong. Video games don't rot the mind, but they actually stimulate it. They help out with minds in certain children, teens, adults, and even to the senior year. And no, I'm not talking about senior year in college or high school. Children at a young age are already learning how to write in cursive, script, learn the alphabet, math even. And they usually learn more at school, but what do they do at home? When I was growing up, I had this thing called the leapfrog. I used that thing until it ran out of batteries or until my mom took it away. Usually my mom took it away before that ever happened. But that thing, it taught me a lot of things. It taught me about math, about language, taught me spelling, all that kinds of stuff that I learned in kindergarten. Now, what about your teens? There's usually a time in every teen's life where they either have a phase or realize that life isn't what they thought it would be. Usually this is called puberty. Anyways, when a teen goes through this time, they may go into a time of depression. Depression is something that many people are falling into nowadays, but there's one thing that can help them: video games. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, but last time I played a video game like Flappy Bird, I almost threw it on the ground and cracked the phone. But actually, with dealing with depression, teens release all that negative energy and turn into something greater. Also, teens suffering with ADHD, attention deficit disorder, actually lower this mental disorder when playing certain games. Adults can even be helped while playing video games too. There are actually many jobs that are actually helped by playing certain games. Okay, now who here wants to be a doctor when they grow up? Okay, let me rephrase that. Who here is being forced to be a doctor when they grow up by their parents? Anyways, when being a doctor when you grow up, not every surgery can be required just by hand. Some of them are used by remote control tools. Using these remote control tools, people who play video games usually have a higher percentage of not doing a certain mistake on it, like killing the person or possibly hurting an organ or something like that. Plus, not even any of your jobs in your adulthood are affected. Your eyesight and memory are also affected by video games. When you get older, you start to lose your memory and you can't think as well. Video games actually help increase memory by enhancing certain parts of your brain. There was actually one test done where for 30 minutes a day, certain mental disorder patients would play Super Mario Bros. Nintendo 64. During this time, there was increase in gray matter in certain parts of the brain region that weren't really being helped by not playing this. The patients that never played this game, they started lower in these certain parts. Now on to eyesight. Usually you can see things pretty well. I mean, if you have glasses, you're putting the book all the way over there, or you're having it really close up to your face so you can't see all the wording. But certain people who play video games actually have a better time looking and actually seeing certain words or phrases. They can see certain things accurately They can see certain things accurately throughout the world. Usually, if you could see certain wordings, like these, can you see this one? How about this one? This one? Or this one? If you couldn't see them all, then you're like most people who can't see them. But 58% of people who could see that are gamers. I mean, it's not like this is a great talent or anything, you're just having better eyesight. But seriously guys, even when we get older, but seriously guys, when we get older, games will still help us even when we're partially dead. And I know that video games are fun and amazing, but still, sometimes you should go outside and actually be social for once. Thank you.